So, folks, thank you so much for being part of our journey over the last 2 years. And we can't believe we have already reached 225th episode today. And we're extremely honored and humbled to introduce a special guest on this special milestone episode. And her name is Hansika Tyagi. We are super impressed with the kind of spirit that she has developed despite of suffering from rare disease. So in today's episode, let's chat with Hansika Tyagi. She has a rare, non-curable genetic disorder called Spinal Muscular Atrophy. And there are 5 types of this disease. The one which she has is SMA2. And we will get to know about SMA2 in her own words. She initially had some problems and she was wheelchair bound until 2020. But since June 2020, her body has become unbearable and now she's completely bedridden. She has lost the ability to sit even in her wheelchair. But her spirit is very high. Living in the moment and seizing that moment is how she would define life in her own terms. Love yourself first. I will repeat, love yourself first. Be kind to yourself. The only person who matters the most in your life is you. Enjoy your own company. The most important and most favorite phrase from Hansika Tyagi. So what she says is, live in the moment, enjoy every moment to the fullest because it won't come back. And all you have is you are going to accumulate certain memories which you are going to cherish. So these little moments will give us big memories and enjoy them. That is her philosophy. In today's episode, let us chat with Hansika Tyagi. This is the Guiding Voice podcast series, TGV for a Better Future. And folks, this is our special milestone episode, 225th episode. And thank you so much for being part of our journey. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of our listeners for giving us this opportunity, for making our journeys enriching, and for being part of our success story. In fact, without your support, we would have not come this far. At this moment, we would like to commit that there are more and more surprising things coming your way from the house of the Guiding Voice. And I'm your host, Naveen Samala, a fellow IT professional on a mission to shape the careers and lives of millions across the globe. In every episode, we interact with industry experts or thought leaders or academicians or coaches or fighters like Hansika across the globe to drive some insightful conversations that will help each one of you learn amazing stuff. Also, we share an interesting trivia or a fun fact towards the end. And folks, you'll acquire more knowledge per every minute by tuning into the Guiding Voice than any other podcast in this space. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are going to discuss a topic, becoming a fighter, living life to the fullest, enjoying every moment. We are extremely pleased and humbled to have Hansika part of the Guiding Voice journey in shaping the careers and lives of millions across the globe. Hansika, I'm super thrilled to have you as a guest speaker on our 225th milestone episode. Hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice. Let's get started.
Thank you so much, Naveen sir, for having me. It is great to be here. Thank you for having me.
And it's truly our honor and pleasure to host a fighter like you. Now let's get started, Hansika. Hansika, please share the top 3 things that you have learned in your life so far. You are 17-year-old, but you are so brave and you are so spirited, full of energy, full of enthusiasm. So tell us the top 3 things that you have learned so far.
The top 3 things that I have learned in my life would be, number 1, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and look at the positive sides of your life. Keep yourself happy. Keep yourself motivated by your own. Suppose if I had to cry on my condition, I would have never been here in front of you. So there is no point in crying. If you just complain or you just be miserable on your situation, you will end up having nothing. It will get more worse than it is right now. There is no point to be sad on the thing. you can't do. Instead, focus on the things you can still do with what you have. Believe in yourself and keep yourself and your family positive in any way you can. Be your own support system. Be your own support system. Be at the support to your family and vice versa. And the number two thing that I have learned is live in the moment and accept the situation as it is. The more easily you will accept it, life will become a little easy. The quality of life simply depends on our thoughts. It gets easy when we think good, when we think positive. If I would have thought that I will just get worse, my situation will just be worse, I would have not been here. I used to I used to keep saying that I will be fine, my condition will improve, I will be somewhere in my life. I used to keep myself happy. I used to keep myself motivated. So just do it. And the number third thing would be believe in God. If He has taken one thing from you, or if things are not going according to you right now, then trust me, He will have bigger plans for you. Trust me, He will have bigger plans for you. Like when I was on bed, I never thought I would be here doing such podcasts with you. So God has bigger and better plans for you always, always. If He gives us pain, He knows how to, how I would say, He knows how to, banish it. If He gives us pain, He will give us something happy to be. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Simply enthralled by your spirit. Thank you for sharing those three learnings. I'm sure it is going to inspire everybody that is listening to this show or watching the video. And Hansika, let's talk about this disease, SMA2, right? What is it and how many types of SMAs are there? How are you dealing with it?
SMA is a rare genetic disorder. It happens by birth. As it is genetic, it happens by birth. So basically, I would say a SMA person will, with the time, the SMA person will lose the ability to walk, the ability to sit, and maybe in some person there would be some respiratory problems, some digestion problems. So yeah, and there are 4 types of this disease. I have the second one, SMA2, and in this situation, your physical strength just decreases with time. And right now in India, there is no proper medicine for this. So yeah, even in the I think in US or some other outside countries, there is a drug which costs 16 crore. So in India, there is no proper medicine for this. And this disease is just increasing with the time. Over the years, the number of patients have increased. And to be very honest, the disease is damn serious. Damn serious. And it happens with birth. I would say you cannot enjoy your childhood properly with this disease. Life is really hard with the disease. So, yeah.
Oh my God. So 16 crores for the treatment, which is huge amount. And it is sad to see that the disease is growing and it is now becoming more common than what it used to be. And I'm really surprised.
Even some kids have died because of this.
Oh my God.
3 years kid. I read somewhere and some Parents were begging for crowdfunding that please donate, please donate. They were requesting the government to, raise the crowdfunding. There are some celebrities who do crowdfunding for their these kids, like I think Virat or Nushka did, or some celebrities do crowdfunding.
Mhm. Okay. And are you also looking for any crowdfunding, or what is your take on that?
No, that drug is not for me. It is for those kids who are aged between 1 to 2 years.
Oh, okay.
For me, there is nothing.
Okay. All right. But I'm super impressed with your spirit and all. And you name yourself as a fighter, right? So
Right.
share with our audience, like what should one focus to become a fighter like you?
To become a fighter like me, accept the situation
Mm-hmm.
and focus on the good side of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't focus on the negative side. Focus on the good side. Focus on what you can do. Be thankful for what you have. We can find happiness in the little things. We can find happiness in the little things. What I do these days, I do the same. I try to find happiness in the little things. And kids are the best example that how to find happiness in little things.
Wonderful. That's nice. And now let's talk briefly about your education and what would you like to do in your future? What are your ambitions?
Ambition, I would say, I would love to be on TEDx.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Wonderful. I'm sure you'll become a TED speaker or TEDx speaker very soon. Okay, and we will also look for some opportunities to find a forum where your story has to be heard, right? So this is something which will motivate everybody, because people with minor disabilities also get bogged down and they feel very bad about their situation and all. But you are a living inspiration. I'm super amazed to see your spirit. Now,
thank you so much.
Yeah, Hansika, talk a bit about how you take your life. Like you said, enjoy the moment and all, but how is it possible? How you take life?
I love ice cream, so I would say life is like an ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it before it melts. The whole ice cream is so yummy. Life is just like that. Enjoy the cream, enjoy the biscuit, enjoy the hardness, enjoy the sadness, and that end part, that end chocolatey part of the cone. Enjoy your life. It will melt very soon. Life will be whoosh, gone. You never know when you will die. Enjoy it as much as you can. Enjoy it as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Create more happy memories. Happy moments help you to survive the sad ones. The memories I have made while I was on my chair helped me to survive these bedridden days. I look at my pictures, videos. So create more happy memories so that you can wipe out the sad ones and just enjoy your life. There is so much to worry about. Enjoy your life. Take a chill pill. Go. I think Salman Khan's song just chill. So chill and enjoy your life. That's it.
Awesome. And Hansika, can you also talk about a typical day in your life? Like what do you do and how you keep yourself up to date? Because I've seen you being active on Twitter, sharing knowledge with rest of the world and all. So it is so inspiring to see that.
What's a typical day in my life? I'm not a morning person.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up at 10. Then I'll do my breakfast and check all the social profile, update a little on every social profile, and then I'll study, and then my brother will come from school and father too. So we will have lunch, then we will we will chill for a while and watch TV. Then in evening, I will study or make some content for my social accounts. It depends on my mood.
Wonderful. So, audience, you will find Hansika's profile and social handles in the show notes. Please do follow and get inspired and share her story with the rest of the world. All right. So, Hansika, this has been a serious conversation talking about SMA, talking about your journey, talking about how to become a fighter and all. Let us now lighten up the mood of our audience. Okay, I'm going to initiate a quick rapid fire round wherein you can answer them very crisply. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, let me bring the first question. What was your childhood fantasy? Like, what did you think of becoming in future?
Childhood fantasy. I'll be honest. I used to pray to God that make my legs better so that I can walk and dance.
All right. So moving on to my next one. What is your favorite book?
My Little Epiphanies by Aisha Chowdhury.
I watched that movie. Sky is
Me
Pink.
too. My favorite movie.
Yeah. Even I loved it. It was amazing movie,
Yes.
and I loved the spirit of the parents and all, especially her mom. Right. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Very nice. And how do you describe yourself in one word other than fighter? Is there any other word?
Other than fighter, survivor.
Survivor. Wonderful. Moving on. What is one thing that you admire about life?
About life, I admire, I would say, life is a roller coaster. That's the best thing. You know, I would be having a sad day, and suddenly, within a blink of an eye, God does some, magic and miracle. I think when you invited me on this, when I got your email, I was actually having a sad day. I don't know why I was sad, and then this mail made my day. So it happens quite often with me. So yeah.
Awesome. All right. So I'll fire the last bullet out of the rapid fire. Hansika, what is one electronic gadget that you'd like to see or invent yourself?
I would not like to invent, but I would like to have one thing which would make my spine better so that I can walk. Any scientist or any inventor listening this, please invent something. There are so many brains in this, world. Do something, make something, and this is so, kiddish, but yeah, I would like to have something which would make my spine better so that I can walk.
I really wish that comes true. So for those of you who are listening, please cascade this message, and it has to reach the right set of people so that somebody can invent a device or invent something which will support people like Hansika.
You know what? The little girl in me still wants our childhood fantasy to come true. It is kiddish, but yeah.
Even I pray for that, and I'm sure all our audience are going to pray for that to become true.
Pray for kids like me and pray for me too. Like people say, prayers are more powerful than medicines. So yeah, keep on praying.
Absolutely. And on this note, I would also like to congratulate your parents. I really want to meet them one day. They are real superstars.
The power or the motivation I have is completely from my parents. The pain that I have is nothing. They have seen more. As a parent, it is really hard to see your kid like this. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, kudos, salute to your parents, and please convey it to your dad and mom. Salute, and I'm really.
My mom is listening.
Wow.
She's in front of me.
Wonderful, and really kudos to you, madam. I don't know. I don't have words to express. Like, you are kind of person like who is so brave and making sure that your child is enjoying life and without getting into that feeling that I'm kind of bedridden and all. And really heartfelt gratitude and salute to both of you. All right.
Thank
So,
you.
Hansika, before I let you go, one final question for today's conversation. Okay. What will be
Okay.
your one piece of advice to people that are differently abled? Like what's your message to them?
I would say believe in yourself. You know, you guys can do a lot of things. Just focus on your abilities more than your disability. Focus on the things you can still do. You can still create big things, and accept yourself and try to look at the positive side as much as you can. When we look at the positive side, life becomes a little easy. So yeah.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much for that inspiring message, Hansika. And I'm super amazed to have you as our special guest for this special episode. Thank you so much for being part of the Guiding Voice journey in shaping the careers and lives of millions across the globe.
Thank you so much for having me. It
Uh,
was a pretty good conversation with you.
Absolutely.
I never thought to be here. So thank you.
No, it's our honor, and I'm super impressed, super impressed and inspired. I'm sure it is going to reach the right set of people, and it will motivate everybody that is worrying about trivial things in life. Right? They have to
Yeah.
really look up to you for inspiration. All right, great. So, folks, before we move into the trivia section, here is a small request to you. In case if you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe from the app where you have tuned in from so that you will be notified about all the future episodes. Also, if you have loved this conversation just like I did and found it useful, please share with at least 3 of your friends or colleagues who can benefit from the Guiding Voice. And they will learn new stuff like you, and we will gain a set of new subscribers. Thank you so much in advance. Now, let's hop into the trivia segment of today's episode. Today's trivia is about disabilities. And as per a study, only about 9% of disabilities are caused by accidents. Most people think the only way they will be unable to work is if they get in a bad car accident and break their back or break their spine skiing or get hit by lightning or half eaten by a shark. Even though accidents make news headlines, but the reality is bad accidents don't happen as often as you might think. That's about our trivia. And in case if you have come across any inspirational fighters like Hansika, please connect with us. Just send me a note on the guiding voice for you at gmail.com, and we would be happy to host them on the guiding voice. That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your host Naveen, a fellow IT professional and a passionate learner on a mission to make a difference in the lives of millions across the globe. Until next time, bye bye. And please continue to shower your love on the Guiding Voice platform. And we are going to hit more and more milestones. Thank you once again. See you next time.